Hi, I'm Gretchen Caruso, and I am the president of DuBois Central Catholic. So for the approaching school year, we have 3 options for instruction. The first is for students to come back to school beginning August 24th, and it will be in person with their classroom teacher, coming to school every day and regular, getting back to normal for the most part. The second option would be if a student would become sick or have to quarantine or need to be removed for a short period of time, they would receive online instruction at home. The key to that is it is live in real-time instruction. What is going on in the actual classroom, you will be able to watch and participate from at home, so that you feel like you aren't really at home, so that you can be a student at DCC but in a different location. The third option would be for the families who just do not feel secure about sending their kids back to school, that they have the intention of keeping them home for an extended period of time. That could be a couple months, that could be the entire school year. And again, you would participate online in real time with the classes that your students have been signed up for. There is never a substitute for being in a classroom with teachers. That is the absolute best model. That is the best experience, but you have to offer options right now, which we are willing to do. So if you can't physically be in the location of the teacher, we have set it up that our teacher will come to you. So I think what sets us apart is the fact that our real-time instruction is going to occur so that the student can interact with their classmates in a sense. They can be part of conversations, they can ask questions, and most importantly, they are getting the direct instruction from the classroom teacher, just like if they were sitting in the classroom. DCC is known as a family, and we have a very close relationship with our students. So when you have the ability to tune in and be part of something and interact and still build that relationship and be able to ask questions and be able to participate and be part of something, not only does it benefit you educationally, but socially and emotionally, you can continue to strive. If you're watching a module, there's no personal interaction. There's no communication with your classmates or your teachers. You lose that personal touch that you receive from our teachers providing in-person instruction. The most important thing for us at DCC is our faith. It always has been that. And so, we want to provide a Christ-like atmosphere, whether you're here, whether you're at home. We want to continue to pray together, celebrate Mass, build each other up when a lot of people are really just suffering right now, whether it's just exclusion, depression, things have changed and they're not adapting as well as others. So our job first and foremost is to create a healthy atmosphere for the kids. And whatever that looks like, it will look like, but we want to build our students up. Then once we've done that, we can get back to business, and that's educating these kids and giving them the best foot forward as they move out into their careers. This isn't going to last forever. So by continuing to engage your child in live interaction with their classmates, with the teachers, at the time that they do feel comfortable coming back to school, they're going to do so seamlessly. They're going to be able to fit right back in because they've been part of it, whether they've been in the classroom or at home. So we want the kids to feel as though they're part of it, continue to grow socially, emotionally, continue to grow in their relationship with God. And then when this passes and we are all back together, we can get back to a normalcy and there won't have been any difference for them. They won't have to try to fit in then. DCC has always strived to be leaders in the forefront of technology. This started back with our cyber snow days. We've been doing those for about 5 years, where when other kids were sitting home on days of an inability to be at school due to weather or other issues, our students were at home learning via the computer and interacting with their teachers then. So taking that a step further, when we were thrown into this situation and we had to go to remote learning, we weren't reinventing the wheel then. We just picked up where we already were and moved forward and continued to educate our kids in the best manner possible using technology, interacting with their teachers, and trying to just bring education to the kids at home. It worked. It got us through a short time, but now that that's our reality, we had to up our game. And so we have invested in a new online learning system, Canvas. We are using Microsoft Teams. We are bringing in all different types of technology to bring the best possible package to our students. So now, rather than using a lot of YouTube and posting videos and other types of interaction, we're going to take it to a new level of streaming online in-time instruction to our students. We were the first school to go back immediately to instruction. While the public schools were scrambling to figure out what are we going to do, how are we going to present this, do the kids have the proper technology, we didn't have to do any of those things because we had already put ourselves in a position where our kids were used to learning at home. So yes, there wasn't much off time. They got down to business pretty quickly.
And that'll continue to be the case.
That will continue. But again, what we offered last spring is going to be amplified greatly. I mean, talk about a huge improvement. We've really listened to what the parents said as to things that they thought we could have done better. We talked to the teachers to see, what went well, what didn't go well, and we've upped our game. Beginning this year in our elementary, we have made the purchase for the families of the iPads. So there will be one-to-one iPads for every student, so that if we have to go to an online learning with them because we go into a red zone and schools are shut down, that students are not put in a position where they have to share technology with a brother or sister, that every student in our school has the ability to do their learning time with their teacher with their own device. In addition to that, we reached out and surveyed the parents as to who would need help with their internet access. That, there's a lot of families that don't necessarily have the high-speed internet that would be required to do this type of learning. So we will be providing resources for them to help make sure their students can tune in and get the same learning experience as other kids. Any student that transfers in will have the ability to immediately have an iPad available to them. So whether they choose to do any phase of our learning, they'll either have that iPad available at school when they're doing their learning opportunities with their teacher in person. But if they have to go to an online learning module in the yellow or green phase, the yellow or red phase, then they will be able to take that iPad home with them and be able to tune into the classes with their teachers every day. We don't have to worry about sharing with brothers or sisters, or if a mom or dad is forced to work at home again. That was an issue that we saw, that kids were not always able to tune in when the teacher asked them to because there were not available resources for that child. So we took that obstacle out of the way. We want it to be an even playing field and that all of our students have the same opportunities. And again, any family that does not have the high-speed internet, we are going to help you with that. So again, creating an even playing field so that all of our students receive the same quality education. I think it's really important. I know parents are really worried. They're really scared about the decisions that they're going to make. And I can promise that as a mom or a dad or a parent or guardian, whatever you decide for your child is the best decision. And not to doubt yourself. And if you make a decision to bring your child to school and it does not work the way you want, then there are other options. And it's okay to go back and to change your options. But I just want to assure parents that this is a trial and error time for all of us. And, pray about it. Talk to your medical provider about it. Think about the risks for your family. Think about the risks of your child. For most people, coming back to school is the answer. And I hope that they make that decision. But we've given you other options if your comfort level is something different. But please do not doubt your decision as a parent. We as moms and dads know what is best for our kids, and you can't be influenced by other people. You have to do what you think is best and adapt as needed.